Well, hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. It is the morning of Saturday, the 16th of November. And listen, there's a lot of you guys in and around, a lot of new subscribers as well. Welcome to the channel. A lot of you are Americans and just other English subscribers as well who've gravitated towards the channel. If you haven't checked out the recent videos, make sure you do so as well. We've got a few more bits coming your way as well, a couple of interesting vlogs as well. So make sure you keep an eye out for that one. Now, listen. Today, I wanted to talk about the goalkeeper situation at Leeds United. Obviously, with Caoimhin Kelleher, I don't really need to pull up the statistics for you guys. A 69% save percentage, which is actually an improvement for Caoimhin on last season's 63%. Obviously, kept a lot of clean sheets last season and has done okay this season. I think he's top of the charts for Leeds United at this moment in time, which is really, really impressive. But I think clean sheets, as we've sort of mentioned on this channel, comprises of the team effort, whereas save percentage and goals prevented, of which Caoimhin Kelleher is at a minus production level at this moment in time, is more of a reflection on the goalkeeper. Now, there's one man that I wanted to speak about today, and it is Kelleher, Republic of Ireland's #1 goalkeeper. A little bit of a personal connection for me, of course, being the Republic of Ireland goalkeeper, but by God, is this boy next level. There is an argument he's one of the better goalkeepers in the Premier League right now, but is he recognised as one of the better goalkeepers in the Premier League? Now, some of you will be screaming at the TV sets. Of course he is, Connor. Yes, he definitely is. When Alisson isn't available, this guy steps in and has a remarkable record, of which some I'm going to sort of call out now, everybody. A really sort of good last 3 games for him, where he's kept 3 clean sheets. Bayer Leverkusen, 4-0 Liverpool win. Kelleher keeping a clean sheet. Aston Villa, Kelleher keeping another clean sheet, one of which was on the 5th of November, the 9th of November, very, very recently. And of course, Finland keeping a clean sheet for the Republic of Ireland yesterday and keeping a penalty out as well. So listen, this guy's caliber is extremely good. And, you know, his save percentage, as you guys all know that I go on about, is very much dictated on what the goalkeeper faces. You know, he might be playing for Liverpool, he might face 5 shots a game, he might face 10 shots a game, and his save percentage is calculated on that. His save percentage is at 78.9%, which is so high in the green for a goalkeeper, of which, you know, Liverpool have faced a few shots this season. I know they're doing well, but they've faced a fair few shots. And yeah, he's on a really good level. And interestingly as well, you know, when you look at his errors that have led to a goal in his past 3-4 seasons, of which he's competed, where he's had to come in for Alisson, you know, for injuries for the Brazilian, 0. Kelleher has made no errors whatsoever in 4 seasons. And I just feel he gives off a very, very, very good head, a very, very good level. Now, goals prevented on the foot mob data spreadsheet as well. He's prevented 1.24 goals this season, and that just puts him in the amber. Obviously there's red, amber, green. That just puts him in the amber, 1.24. Now Caoimhin Kelleher is in the minuses for the Championship, which is pretty crazy. And this is what we're talking about, everybody, when we do get back to the Premier League. Do I think Leeds will get back to the Premier League? I do think it's going to be this season or potentially next season. I think there is a real need for Leeds United to be able to sort of get rid of these outliers in our side, and we don't have many. We are a pretty much perfect Championship side, but I'm saying that with a high degree of arrogance right now, because we are 3rd. We're not 1st, we're not 2nd. We don't have 32 points, we don't have 31 points. We have 29 points. So currently we are not the best team statistically in the division. That metric does not lie. That quantitative data is there for a reason. So will Leeds get promoted to the Premier League? Well, you know, if you look at the statistics right now, we can point to many things, but errors led to goals, save percentages are massive things when it comes to football matches. Of course they are. And you do look at a few games this season. I look at Norwich, I look at Sunderland, I look at Portsmouth, and I think there's a fair few errors there from Caoimhin Kelleher. So when you're looking at that next level, and for me, you know, when you're looking at that January period and when you're looking at that summer period as well, going into next season, there is one position of which Leeds United need to improve on, even if Leeds are still in the Championship. Now, would we be able to get Kelleher if we are in the Championship? Absolutely not. That would not happen. But I think we're well aware right now, when you look at the save percentages, those metrics and the goals prevented, those two in particular the top 3 of 4 are in the top 3 in 4 of those championship positions, which just shows that it's not just all on clean sheets. So the data is very representative. That the likes of Cooper, and others at the top end of the championship. You do have to have a good goalkeeper between the sticks to keep down the errors, to be able to distribute very effectively as well. But when called upon, have to really stand out, and that's something that Cooper, especially at Sheffield United, has done so far, albeit Sheffield United statistically being one of 2 best teams in the division, along with Patterson, who's had a good season as well. So I think that's the main thing that we've got to look at right now. Now, why are we talking about all of this? You might all think to yourself, kind of, what on earth are you waffling on about? Well, apparently Kelleher has expressed an interest to be a Premier League #1 goalkeeper next season. Now, I've had a look at a lot of the Premier League goalkeepers, and this season I think you've got a lot of constant goalkeepers, really. There's been a lot of fluctuation in certain keepers at sort of this level, and in particular Crystal Palace was the one I was looking at where it was a little bit iffy for many years, but they've got a well-recognised #1 now. And I do wonder if Leeds were to get promoted, Leeds were to get back to the Premier League, it seems like a lot of other clubs recognise that #1 position is ultra important. I think Leeds United have missed this for many, many a year now with Caoimhin Kelleher. He's an okay goalkeeper, but he's not the best in the Championship statistically for the 2nd year running. I think that's a good data representation. And also, we know what he was like in the Premier League. He was a big problem. So when you've got all that data collected together, there's got to be one position that you look at when you go up to the Premier League. Now, Daniel Farke has unequivocally, we've seen before where he's maybe criticised Ladji Ramzani, he's criticised Joe Rothwell post games, maybe essentially when you're paraphrasing it to keep the feet on the ground in post match press conferences. He's never once criticised Caoimhin Kelleher. That's never happened. For some reason, Daniel Farke does believe that he's the best goalkeeper in the division, which statistically is wrong. And when you look at the errors led to goals this season already, eye test, data representation, he's also wrong again. So Kelleher, for me, would be the #1 pick going next season. A steady head between the sticks, someone whose data representation is absolutely superb at Premier League level, someone who is looking for minutes as well, of which Leeds United could 100% give him. So that's going to be it from me, guys. Really interested to hear what you guys have to say on that. Would you agree? Would you disagree? Would Kelleher be your perfect Premier League choice? I understand that in the Championship, look, that's never going to happen. But I mean, I'm looking at a January replacement, guys, even if we're in the Championship. If we can get a very good goalkeeper, I want us throughout the season to be able to get rid of the outliers in this side and make this side as close to perfect that it can be. And for me, that is definitely replacing Caoimhin Kelleher. I mean, we don't even really have a good, an effective #2 at the minute. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Kelleher or no? January? Or do we keep it as it is? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you in a bit.